Welcome to another Mixed Reviews. This is the Secret Moonshiners of Skinwalker Ranch, episode 7. Wow, episode 7 already, guys? Wow. I am your host, Leah Remembering, my co-host, Jer Resolver. We're here to be the lead investigative detectives. We have been tasked with watching a tremendous amount of TV and then reviewing it. It's not for the faint of heart. I recommend you don't. My goodness, we haven't completely taken down our scenes from last time. But you know what? While we're at it, let's just go ahead and take care of some housekeeping. Like and subscribe. It's just the right thing to do. Okay, so what we have here is a recreation of Skinwalker Ranch. We have Homestead 2 over here. We have the Mesa, the Triangle. They haven't done a lot with the Triangle yet. They will get to it. The Triangle. The command center is where a lot of stuff happens. Gather their thoughts, play tic-tac-toe. Sometimes they engage in Scrabble. And then we have Homestead 1 up here. This is where Candy and her boy toy Low-T live. I'm sorry, not Low-T. I did not mean to imply that. I meant to say Little T.
Nobody's saying anything.
Little T.
Nothing
okay.
To say.
Nothing to say here.
No, it's nothing.
Homestead 2 is once again off the market. Brandon has decided he might try to restore it a little bit before he endeavors once again to list it.
There were complaints.
We'll keep you posted on that one. I know some of you are riveted by that. At Homestead 1, if you'll remember way back from one of the other episodes, who knows, they found inside a hole in the wall, showed his very impressive rogue skills in finding the secret chamber. And in the secret chamber, they found temporary ashes of a mouse and some kidney stones, which was very odd. What they did not, however, find was the still.
Okay, working.
Where are we? I think they're further down here. Tim and Tickle.
Yes.
Tim and Tickle are notorious moonshiners. I think most of you know what moonshine is, but for those of you from our Utah audience who do not know what moonshine is, it is a distilled alcohol that they make by the moonlight. Tim and Tickle have done something rather unconventional, and they've taken their still site indoors. Have put it in the basement of Homestead 1. This has caused a tremendous amount of stress. Here we have Anthropology Candy, her not the PhD, her boy toy Little Tom, as he's known on the ranch, lowercase T. Candy and Tom live at Homestead 1, and they have been very disturbed by some of the noises that they have heard coming from the basement. Now, Tim and Tickle know exactly what those noises are. They know that it happens to be their still, which they have masterfully camouflaged. Maybe Tom's not the only rogue.
Maybe not.
Tim has some skills. He has some serious abilities. And one of those abilities is to hide things in plain sight. And so he has hidden this still in the secret, and yes, it is in a secret chamber. They have broken into that secret chamber and still have not been able to discern that there is a still in there, because Tim really has done a spectacular job of camouflaging. He goes and he takes the extra time.
It's never been caught.
Tickle often to rush the process, to camouflage. Do we really have to take all these precautions, Tim? He says over and over again. To which Tim's answer always is yes. And so it would be a real shame if he got caught in the last days of his illegal activity.
Right.
They haven't been able to discern that it is in fact a still site, but they do hear a thumping all of the time coming from down there. This Tom Winterton.
Indoor Tom.
Indoor Tom.
Indoor.
We've already got Candy and a lowercase T. Eric happens to be there, as well as Dragon.
Eric never goes outside.
I know, Eric, this is a rare treat. He very rarely leaves his command center. This time he has decided to come out. He thought it was a big enough deal to come out of the command center, so lo and behold, he does. Another person with them, Caleb.
Oh, right.
And they were quite impressed with the job that he does of acting like a sheriff, so they've invited him back. What they're doing is, also something of note, Travis is wearing glasses. He usually doesn't. This time he's wearing glasses.
What's up with that?
Perhaps he's gotten called out for not seeing things. or if we're seeing things that aren't there. I don't know. But anyway, this time he's wearing glasses, not represented in the picture, in the photo that we have. He'll have to get us one of his headshots. Travis, can you please send us a headshot with glasses?
We need an updated.
Otherwise, we can't accurately represent you.
If we don't, it's your fault at this point.
Right, you have been put on notice. Travis devised this devised this experiment. What we can do is we can put a microphone in the basement. What we'll do is we'll record sounds that are happening above. Candy and Little T, how much they are disturbing the basement. Really, Travis really flipped the tables on them here. He said, maybe you guys aren't the quietest. They devised this experiment whereby Travis has a microphone. I think it's fairly similar to our microphone. He puts it in the basement, locates Tom to go upstairs and stomp on the floor. Stomp and really go for it. Just really get in there and stomp your little heart out. Make some real racket. While he does that, Travis records it. And so they will now have that recording for posterity for all time and eternity too. But then as they were stomping around on the floor, Tim and Tickle, they're very attuned to law enforcement, always ready to take on the ABC agents. So while they are in the basement fooling around, Tom and Tickle ran out of the basement outside, causing everybody else to follow. They rush outside only to be met with helicopters swarming. Literally just circling and circling and circling. Like, I don't know what's going on. They all ran outside now. You'll just have to imagine that they've rushed out of the house. And they are now feverishly watching these helicopters who are just relentlessly circling and circling and circling. And we're certain that it's an ABC kind of a sting. The ABC gum agents really are after Tim and Tickle. I know that we often think of Tim and Tickle, mostly Tim, as being quite paranoid about this whole thing. But no, his literal freedom is on the line here, folks. And so it's really ever so much important that they keep their activities as hidden and subterfuge possible, so that they don't get caught, so that Tim can in fact go legal and legit. So they speculate. Tim and Tickle know exactly what's going on, but the rest of them are really confused by it all. This is really odd behavior even for the ranch, and so they're not sure what to make of it, but they're sure spooked. Boy, guys, I'm getting behind here. All right, so
are we falling behind?
We're just a little bit behind. So now we cut to Travis's trailer.
Oh.
Let's just take all this down so that we're not confused anymore. That was a really intense helicopter scene. Real intense, guys. It even caused Dragon to get out the spotting scope from his rifle and try and use the spotting scope. Tim and Tickle wanted him to actually use the gun on the helicopters, but Dragon was like, no, guys, this gun's for show. I don't really have bullets. It's kind of a Barney Fife situation. Whatever. Anywho, so we go to Travis's trailer, and as we know, Travis lives in a trailer somewhere between the command center and Homestead 1. So we're at Travis's trailer. He gets a call from Tom Winterton. He's just, I guess, recreationally lounging in his trailer at this point. And on the phone, in calls Tom, and says, come over here, quick, you gotta come. And he hangs up the phone instantly. And it leaves Travis's to wonder here.
He never said where.
Where is here exactly? It is, in fact, as you do know, it's a big ranch, folks. It's about 512 acres. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that relates to in miles or square inches, for that matter. It's a big size ranch. It's bigger than my ranch. Anywho, it wasn't real helpful of Tom to do that. So we waste a lot of time in this episode where Travis is just running around. He goes to the top of the mesa and he looks around. No one's there. He goes to the command center, all the way to the Salt Lake City boardroom, if you will. I mean, he really was diligently looking for Tom. Did he ever find Tom?
No.
I don't believe he did.
No. He found Eric.
Caleb. Well, wasted a whole lot of time on that, folks, and
Thanks,
I'm not
Tom.
even sure what it really accomplished. So let's put that embarrassment away.
Okay, so let's get.
Oh yeah, he'll come back later. Okay, so now we are in the field of cows by the helipad.
Okay.
We've got our cows over there, hun. If you want, so that we can recreate a cow field.
There's only one cow.
Oh, we only see the one cow. We don't see all the cows.
No.
Okay, so we don't see all the cows. We only see the one cow.
But we see the people.
So let's put the people in the let's
Okay.
represent it as
So
it
Tim,
happened.
we have Tim.
We have
so
Tim.
we're right.
Tim is there, and Travis and Kent. We're right about here. Okay, so can you put? No. It's over here by the helipad. We start with Tim. It's daytime tickle. Oh, here we go. Daytime Tickle.
Okay, this is serious Tickle.
We have Caleb there. They're so impressed with him. I don't know why, but they are. We have Candy and Little T. We have Big Tom, his hat.
With his hat.
Oh my goodness, guys. If I could only Control F. If I could only. It would be... Well, it's not here. Oh my goodness. He was hiding. Okay, Tom. That's enough out of you. I think that's all of us, right? Travis. Is Travis there?
Travis
is there.
He is.
Okay. This is a fine
Little
Travis.
weathered Travis.
Yeah, he's concerned and stressed. You'll understand why in just a moment when I tell you that the cow died.
You can't say that yet.
Well, I just did. So the cow's dead. They're all standing around in the field watching. So they don't know why the cow died. So it's time to get out the Geigers and the counters and the tri-fields. Now, which one's this? This is the tri-field.
That's the tri-field.
And you got the Geiger. This one has to warm up. Okay, there it goes. It started to warm up. Okay.
So.
Oh no. All right, there we go. I was hoping for blue. No, just red? I guess we just had the red today, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there we have blue. So they got out their counters and they found that there was nothing to find. Travis says it's exceptionally hard to kill a cow. However, JBS USA Holdings Inc. Would beg to differ. If you don't know who they are, second largest producer of beef in the USA. So
They would know.
you should know who they eat their meat. I bet you do. Even in this economy, burgers, right? Am I right? The cow's dead. The Geigers and the tri-fields tell us absolutely nothing. So Caleb, being the sheriff, kicks everybody out of the field and he says, let's not contaminate the things. Kicks everybody out of the field and then he starts taking selfies for Insta. I mean, I didn't see that one coming with him. He didn't seem like that type to me, but I guess you just never know, right? You just never know. It's hard to tell sometimes. But it was kind of funny while he was doing it. Tickle, and this tickled me to no end. Where is Tickle?
There he is.
Tickle, being the prankster that he is, he started photobombing. If you follow Sheriff Caleb on Insta, you're going to get an extra treat. You're going to get to see Tickle. That was real fun. Boys had a lot of fun then. They took about, I don't know, another hour or two. And they really had some. Yeah, then Tom, I think he was a little jelly. I think he got real jealous that Tickle and Caleb have started forming this real bond over the photobombing. A real icebreaker there. Are we looking for Tom again? Why is he always so hard to find?
He's impossible.
Tom.
The elusive Tom.
Elusive.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom comes running over to the boys.
Closer to the.
And he waves them over. Guys, you gotta come. Quick. He shows them his shattered phone. I have my phone here. It's not shattered. I don't want to shatter it, so I'm not going to. Oh, it looks like I have a voicemail. Oh, I'll deal with that later. All right. Okay. He's got his phone, but it's all crap.
The whole screen.
You don't need to see my notifications. His whole screen is cracked. Oh no, when you crack your phone screen, it does screwy things. It starts auto-populating things. It starts randomly scrolling through your contacts.
Pressure
through
sensitive.
your photos, which can be embarrassing. Oh, especially
if
for
you
this
can-
one. At least I don't think he has any private part pics. Hope not. Tom and Caleb then start showing how their phones start going haywire. And Tickle's like, yeah, that's nothing. My phone does that all the time. Tickle, as we know, he does have a little bit of a drinking problem. And when he starts to drink, he sometimes tumbles about. And he has been known to fall from great heights sometimes and break phones and ribs. So he does have a lot of expertise and knowledge in this particular field.
That's why we love him.
And so he tries to calm the two down. They didn't want to calm down originally, but then Tickle got them involved in a Hey, Margarita. Woo! Before you know it, they're all singing and dancing,
It's like
and
a flash mob.
they forgot all about their phones. It was kind of a fun scene. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That's Travis's trailer. Hope he wasn't in there. You know, it did get us starting to wonder if those phones are treated so poorly, how are they treating their Geiger counters and their tricorders and their trifields
Right.
and their rectomometers, and now we're to understand that also Tom Winterton has a cracked phone.
So pay them enough for new phone screens?
You know,
no
Brandon,
IT department? No tech support?
I don't know if Brandon has heard about this new movement, but it is a movement to pay your employees a living wage.
Right.
Part of that living wage in today's day and currency is having a phone,
Right.
a working phone. I think this is a real bad look for you, and that you're not providing a living wage for your help, who you claim to enjoy and like, and yet you send them out there into the world with broken phones, and who knows what other things are going by the wayside because they're not getting paid a proper wage. So Brandon,
Don't buy your Geiger counters at the DI.
Brandon, would you please give your boys a raise? They do a lot of work for you. They do a lot of shilling for you. They take a lot of abuse on your behalf. It's only right and fair and proper. Anyway, after they did their photo shoot and then they did their margarita, everybody was a little silly and they decided to go inside and watch Breakfast at Tiffany's in the Command Center. And oh my goodness, what a great film.
Jeez.
They had a wonderful time watching Breakfast at Tiffany's. They all kind of loosened up.
Yeah, about the
A
phones.
good time was had by all. Time just flies, doesn't it, hun?
Flies.
We cut to Tom and Candy.
They're down
They're
here.
down here in the truck. So they're
Too
in their
much.
truck and they're driving all over. They're looking for cows.
They can't find the cows.
They can't find the cows. No one knows why. Tim does, but he's not willing to share that information with anybody. We're back to the dead cow that I've alluded to. We go back to the dead cow. The vet arrives to see why has this cow died. Much to Tim's dismay, it's his corn supplier. So it's a little awkward for Tim and Tickle because they're really afraid the vet is going to slip up and say something about the moonshine. Tim and Tickle start suggesting all kinds of weird things to keep the vet off track the moonshine. So they start saying, I bet the cow got stressed and had a heart attack and died. He said it so much and with such conviction that eventually a repetition and over and over again.
Key phrase spam.
So they kept saying high stress situations, high stress situations.
Unknown.
It came on very suddenly.
Stress,
Before you know
high
it, the
stress.
vet was like, yeah, you know what? I think that maybe you guys are right. You guys should go to vet school. I bet you'd be natural because, gosh darn it, I think that that's probably what happened. It was a curious thing. He really didn't do much of an exam. Just kind of let the boys convince him that it was all stress-related, stress-induced. Well, he sure felt stressed. So he could understand how the cow was feeling with all these people yelling, stress! 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 Well, you know, it was so that Tim and Tickle wouldn't get caught up in their mischievousness with buying large quantities of corn for their mash. So you see how it's all subterfuge. With the vet saying that the cow died of stress, it really made Brandon's day. Brandon was quite happy. So the next day he shows up with the ABC agent is well versed in cow deaths and stress. He stresses a lot of cows out and kills them. He enjoys a good steak. And so, never turn down a burger. We're
What was
actually outside of
everybody?
the command center. We'll just kind of put everybody here. We're outside of the command center. They start talking about dead cows and how cows get stressed and how when cows are stressed, famously they do die. The ABC agent says, well, it's not just stress. Stress does raise and elevate their blood pressure. That is known. So cows have very high cholesterol. They have high blood pressure, stress-related high blood pressure, high cholesterol. When they get the diabetes, it sure is 1, 2, 3 punch and they just die. The ABC gum agent knows about this. It's common. So he's trying to calm everybody down by saying, look, you guys are making yourself look silly and ridiculous by saying that it is unknown phenomena when we know that cows just die of stress, hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol. They should eat more chicken. Anyway, a salad maybe wouldn't kill them. The ABC gum agent knows better. He's trying to talk them out of their nonsense. Skinwalker talk and the alien talk. He just says it's silliness and he would like them to act a little bit more professionally. Really, that's all that happened. Kind of a stupid episode, if I'm to be honest. They wanted Tim and Tickle to be more respectful of the dead cow. That was this episode. I really can't give it a thumbs up in all good conscience. It was a real thumbs down. I love Tim and Tickle, but they're not enough to overcome the stupidity on the ranch. This episode was real stupid. We do this for you because we don't want you to have to watch this. I don't think anybody should be subjected to the shenanigans going on at Skinwalker Ranch because it's not real science and it's not real interesting.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Most uninteresting episode.
Right. In fact, I caught you yawning during our episode, during the recap. It's so uninteresting.
A dead cow.
Right?
Why is Travis wearing glasses in this episode? That's the only anomaly I saw.
That was an anomaly. Travis did change up his wardrobe. We have changed up wardrobes as well. It's an anomaly. So I guess that wraps up this episode. That wraps up this episode. Please stay tuned to our channel. We are going to be trying to go rapid fire with these guys. So keep checking in because we're going to keep posting. And that'll do us for today.